Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to hear may not sound exactly like any previous edition of the Not Too Late Show. Do not attempt to adjust your MP3 players. The following is recommended for immature audiences. I must please ask that while the performance is going on, please set your cell phones to vibrate. It's the Not Too Late Show with our very special guest star, William Wallace. Yay!
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Henry L. Scratchy Record Demand, and welcome to the new Not Too Late Show. Thank you for that introduction, Keisha. We are broadcasting to you from the second floor men's bathroom of the Crystal Pistol in lovely Fort Worth, Texas.
The men's bathroom, Hank? Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously? Really?
Hey, Gary. Don't worry. The plumbing hasn't worked in years, but the acoustics are fantastical.
Oh, that's great.
I do believe, though, that you have some announcements to make.
All right, I'll just go sit on this thing over here by the wall. Okay. Tight squeeze. All right. Here we go. If you're here, then you already know that we are on nottoolateshow.com, and we're also available on Twitter and Facebook. You can find us at the twitter.com/nottoolateshow. Same thing with the Facebook. We also have Keek and Instagram, but I barely use those. And, of course, we are also going to be airing on J-Spaz. So if you're already listening to us on J-Spaz, hey, Oklahoma, y'all are awesome. Thanks for listening. If you don't know about J-Spaz, for crying out loud, go check them out. And actually, didn't they change their name? I'm over here calling them the old name.
Well, it's TFOK, I believe, is the station.
Yeah. And so, if you're watching this off of YouTube, yes, we do have a YouTube account too. I will have all those links. We'll be talking about stuff. I will post links down there at the bottom, or if you're watching off the Not Too Late Show site, click down there too.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You're not live.
What? No. Camera.
So there's no deadline to meet, no camera rolling.
Okay.
Well, there is a camera rolling.
Well, there is. Yeah, there is now.
But no overdosing on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's crapshoot. But now, okay, so we are still going to talk about history, right?
Well, yes and no.
And we're going to discuss the history of...
No.
But we are going to discuss the history of...
No.
Well, surely we're going to address the history...
That's on page 7.
Yeah, okay, but I did bring these articles about the...
Well, no, sorry.
What?
Sorry.
What are you doing to me?
I will tell you that one thing we are holding over from the old format is a little game we play called Stump the Expert.
Oh, cool.
Except we're not calling it Stump the Expert.
Huh?
Well, we found it was offensive to people with stumps.
Okay. So what are we calling it?
Only Jerks Hate History.
Oh, gosh, Hank.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our premiere edition of Only Jerks Hate History, brought to you by the producers of the Not Too Late Show. Only Jerks Hate History is sponsored by Zoot, the leaner, meaner gun cleaner. Housewives, are you perpetually disoriented by gun cleaners that get everywhere except on the pistol you're trying to clean? Does your husband come home and lament that his favorite chair is stained after just a few minutes of routine oiling and prepping? Well, now you don't have to worry about the family's home defense system getting jammed in those critical moments. But you can still keep your beautiful hands clean and not worry about staining your lovely nails. Zoot uses what we call penetrating forces to get in all the key areas of your favorite weapon. In a word, it greases that chamber without soiling your trigger finger. Run out and buy a bottle today from your trusted gun dealer or your psychoanalyst. Get it from your shrink. You won't regret it.
All right, now, Carrie, tell us who our special guest contestant is on Only Jerks Hate History.
All right, Carrie, tell us who our special guest is.
That's my line. I just read that.
Huh? Oh, dang it. Okay, I'm still getting used to the script thing. Okay, here we go. Today's special guest contestant is the 14th century Scottish freedom fighter, William Wallace.
All right.
Well, I must say, Bill, that you don't look anything like Mel Gibson.
I should certainly hope not.
Oh, goodness. He sounds familiar.
Now, Mr. Wallace just got here, so let's work on helping the man feel at home. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how was your trip to the studio, Bill?
I can't get over the number of automobiles you have. Why, I remember thinking that the English catapults were pretty far advanced. But I wish I had your technology in the 14th century. We Scots could have defeated Edward Scissorpants in one lasting blow.
Edward Scissorpants? I thought his nickname was Edward Longshanks.
He grew to like it, the petty prince. We had to change it. We actually changed it quite a few times. In addition to Edward Scissorpants, we called him Edward the Worst, Ed Weird, Edward whose mom's name is Edward, Edward the Dead Worm, and the King of Pixie Ice Knot.
Okay.
So William, if you had not become a freedom fighter, what would you have done?
Oh, I don't know. I might have been a Catholic priest. Insert your own bloody joke here. If I'd lived in your century, I could have been an actor. Yeah, I'd love to have played a king or a spy or the father of a globe-trotting archaeologist.
Okay. All right, so you two boys ready to play Only Jerks Hate History?
I'm ready.
All right.
How about you, Bill? You ready?
I'm as ready as a chipmunk in a walnut farm.
Okay. All right, so our questions are going to be themed each week. And this week's themes are things I have found from YouTube and Twitter. So, as you know, I've been kind of socializing a little bit. So, this one I found from, there's a Twitter account called AP_US History. And again, I'll be posting these. And they asked a question, who was the founder of Pennsylvania in 1682? And I can give questions, or you can just take a guess.
Multiple choices?
I can give you multiple guess. Here we go. Andrew Carnegie, William Penn, William Seward, or Woodrow Wilson.
That's a mouthful.
We're having a lot of tongue twisting today. Say that 10 times fast.
No thanks.
Okay. So what do you think, Mr. Wallace?
Well, naturally, I have to go with Will and the Williams. I'll go with William Seward.
Well, I believe since it's called Pennsylvania, it would have to be William Penn.
It is William Penn.
Oh, doggone.
There you go.
How about that?
All righty. So,
Ding, ding, ding.
ding, 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 ding. Yes. We'll have sound effects next week, folks.
Okay.
All right. So we're still in
couldn't
our
afford
planning
them.
phases. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, next question. I found actually off of a YouTube, the Twitter account is weird_hist, short for history, and tweeting weird and wonderful history. And he has an ebook, Leaving Earth, Why One Way to Mars Makes Sense. All right, and he did a video called American History in Washington, D.C. Who Wants to Be a Mega Trillionaire? I recommend everybody watch it. And one of the questions was, what city was the U.S. capital from 1789 to 1790? Was it Washington, D.C., Boston, Massachusetts, New York City, New York, or Salem, Massachusetts?
I'm going to go with Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I do believe it was New York City.
It was New York City. Hey, that's 2 for 2. All right. Ding, 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 ding,
I'm
ding,
on
ding,
a
ding.
roll. Can we quit now?
He's on a Kaiser roll, as far as I'm concerned.
All right. All right. Thank you for that input. All right. And last question from @US Presidents 101. They asked, who was the 20th U.S. president? Here's a hint. He was from 1881 to 1881.
Okay.
James Monroe, Ronald Reagan, James Garfield, or Benjamin Harrison.
That's a broad spectrum there.
And I can give you one more hint. He was assassinated. That's why his term was so short.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's not the second one. We know that for sure.
Right.
I'm going to say excuse me. I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I will say Benjamin Harrison.
Okay.
I do believe it was James A. Garfield.
It was James Garfield. And he was...
Named after the cat.
I think the cat was named after him.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure he was orange and pudgy. He might have been pudgy. Was he pudgy?
Do Scots people like cats?
I'm fine with it. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm good with it.
Did cats help win the war against Edward Scissorpants?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And one interesting little tidbit, if I could just, this also, because he actually died from infection because they just didn't have the medicine. There was a whole bunch of history.
Right.
I won't read the whole history here,
Right.
I think. But I thought it was really interesting that in the process of him, it was like the heat of the summer. And so as it became so oppressive, a Navy engineer with the help of Simon Newcomb installed in Garfield's room what may have been the world's first air conditioner. An air blower was installed over a chest containing 6 tons of ice, with the air then dried by conduction through a long iron box filled with cotton screens and connected to the room's heat vent. The device was at times capable of reducing the air temperature to 20 degrees below the outside temperature. So I thought that was interesting. The poor guy still died, but at least he was comfortable before he got there.
Yeah, he was shot in a train station, I believe. He was on his way to Cleveland or someplace like that, and he lingered for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Lingered,
he tried.
Lingered and langured.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy too. He's one of the good guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, I'm glad that's over.
I have fun with this. At your expense, I might say. But
I know you do.
yes,
Good job there, Hank.
and good job to you, Mr. Wallace.
Aye, well, I try. That's all I can do is try.
Now, Mr. Wallace, would you like to stay a little longer and sit through our Not Too Late show the next segment? History Strikes Back.
Actually, I've got an appointment with Bruce.
Oh, you're talking about Robert the Bruce, the head of the Scottish clans who once betrayed you and then went on to rally against Edward Longshanks?
No, this would be Kerry's husband, Bruce. He wants to sell me a scabbard. Mine's got a nasty tear down the side.
Let me see the sword that you're going to sheath it in.
'Tis right here under me kilt.
Okay. I don't think your scabbard is big enough to hold that.
That's exactly what the lady at the chemist's told me.
All right, okay, all right. Let's begin our next segment. Once again, History Strikes Back. All right. There's lots of interesting things that happened on this day. This is January, we're all hearing this, on January 5th. Hopefully the air date will be January 5th, 2014, if God willing and the creeks don't rise. I guess the most interesting, most significant thing that happened on this day was in 1959. Was a meeting between William Morgan and Fidel Castro. William Morgan was he was an American guy. He was from Cleveland, speaking of Cleveland, and he was I don't even know if he had any kind of Cuban or Spanish heritage in him at all. He just wanted to be a commie, I guess, and decided that the best place to go was Cuba, and Cuba was
Men with high aspirations.
Yeah, they were recruiting commies, and so he went down there, and he had some relative military experience, and so Castro took him in, and he actually became one of Castro's right hand henchman, so to speak. The story doesn't really end well for William Morgan, though. I think it was roughly about 6 or 8 months later, he was accused of being part of one CIA plot against Castro, and then I think another 6 or 8 months after that, he was once again set aside.
So he started off wanting to join Castro, and then he wanted to kill him?
Well, he was an opportunist, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the CIA came and approached him and said, "Hey, you're American.
Sure.
How about we make things better for you than they are for you right now?" So I don't know. It kind of went back and forth. There's various scholarship on it, but actually, the only thing that I could find that went into any detail about his meetings with the CIA was a book that I don't have in front of me right now. Of course, that always happens. I can't